And sometimes I think a lot of us are in our marriages are avoiding conversation because I'm going to put myself out there again. And I know that was country how I said that. But it's like I am
We're from Memphis.
we from Memphis, yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is
We're
what it
from
are.
Memphis, yes.
It is
But
what it
it's
are.
kind of like look at my wound, see I'm bleeding here. And I don't know what you're going to do with this. You know, it's like I want to tell you that I'm hurting. I want to tell you that this feels good. But then usually, like sometimes when I tell you that it feels good, you may stop doing that thing that feel good that, as a way to give back.
Hold on.
I'm just thinking
Say it one more
about,
time. Say it
okay.
one time. I got lost in
Okay, so
translation.
remember we was talking about communication. Communication being a
Just
place of vulnerability.
I want you to just say what you just said.
Okay, sometimes we can communicate something feels good.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, when I would share that something feels good, you will cut it off when you want to make me feel bad.
Hmm.
I'm just saying these are things that sometimes can cut it off because I don't know how you're going to do this, how you are going to handle what I'm communicating to you. It's just so delicate. I'm not saying I'm not giving a pass, and please, listening audience, if you feel that I am giving you a pass to not communicate, I'm not. But this is why it's so important to be in communication with the Lord so that you can give him all of your worries, all of your fears, all of what your delights, all of whatever it is that you love. So then when it comes to communicating with your spouse, you're able to give honesty and transparency. And because when you communicate, you are running a risk
I
and it takes a risk.
I think if you're communicating something good out of fear that it would be used against you, there has already been
Some
some
trauma.
type of
Yeah.
breakdown way before that happened.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's
It takes some recovery.
the unfortunate is that's based on divorce. There's about 50% of marriages that are going through that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Where
yeah.
they are afraid to communicate with their spouse, or um, whether it be good or bad. I'm glad you mentioned good, because we've been talking from the point of communicating something bad,
Mhm.
but communicating something good is good too. So
Mhm.
it could be, hey, baby, it made me feel good when you, boom, when you said this or when you did this. It made me feel, I felt real sexy when rubbed my back or whatever. I don't know, whatever your thing is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
communicating that as well. So I know for me, I ain't gonna speak for all men, but I speak for me. When that's said, it's loaded in there.
That's good.
It's locked
That's good.
in
That's good.
for a later time to use, especially if I'm
That's hilarious.
especially if I done messed up.
That's hilarious.
So let me say this, because I know this what she likes. Because I done messed up, man. Man, Shamika mad at me, bro. I got to go home and
That's
whatever it
hilarious.
is that she said that makes me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tone, text, timing, not just on difficult things, but on desirable things as
Uh-huh.
well. I'm
The,
trying to stay
the
within the
word the
D's.
word I'm thinking of. You said what
I
word?
said difficult and desirable,
That's good.
so there
Yeah,
won't be a
delightful.
divorce.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's so good. Yeah, so the point is, y'all, especially us married couples, and I pray that there are kingdom couples that are listening.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility and privilege to glorify the Lord through our marriages here on earth, and we show forth his glory by how we serve and how we interact with our spouses.
Hmm.
We are not to neglect or negate this beautiful responsibility of cultivating communication in our marriages.
Right.
If you don't know how to communicate, if you find it difficult to communicate, I would with your spouse, I would ask you to go to the Lord in prayer first.
Yeah.
Begin to tell him how difficult it is to communicate with your spouse. Ask him what are the barriers? What has happened? What are the traumas? What are the abuses? What happened that they don't want to talk? Because a lot of times we'll get married, Patrick, and we don't realize, and I'm just discovering this, and I think it's a word that I created. But we have relational trauma, and it's real. You may have been isolated. I'm Oh, really? Okay, I don't know. Stay focused. But anyway, you have gone through being isolated, being disregarded as a little girl, and now you are a woman or a young lady that's in a relationship with someone that's asking you to talk to them. And I haven't developed my words. I know what it is, but I don't know what it means to connect. I've never felt connected.
Yeah.
I know that I'm in a relationship, mother, daughter, mother, son, whatever. I know that we related, but I never connected with
You
you.
believe your marriage is in need of coaching? Shamika and I are certified marriage and life coaches. Just log into our website, www.hiswifeherhusband.net, to book your discovery call.
Wives, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put his wife in the notes section.
Husbands, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put her husband in the notes section.
Husbands and wives, if you are looking for marriage coaching as a couple, put his wife, her husband in the notes section.
Remember, our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage
from a biblical perspective.
So go on over to www.hiswifeherhusband.net to schedule your discovery call today. With you. And so now, as a married couple, I am trying to learn how to do this, and I have no idea. And you have no frame of reference. You have no point of reference to say, oh, do this, do that. So I am one that, again, I did not go through therapy. I did not go to a counselor, but I will tell you my own testimony is that I went to the Lord in prayer. I cannot emphasize this. I went to the Lord in prayer and I asked him to give me how to be a wife to Patrick, how to be a mother to our children. And I'm telling you, the Holy Spirit has taught me how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to be a mother, and how to help others along the way. I used to be, it used to be where, I would be trying to fix everybody's life. That's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to help you along the way, give you the tools, give you what God has given me so you can use it, not so I can do it for you. So it's just those things that, again, I went on a tangent, but if you do not know, again, how to communicate and connect with your spouse, go to the Lord in prayer because He created your spouse. So He knows all about them and He will give you the intel, the spiritual intel on them. And can I tell you something? It's not your responsibility to fix them, but the Lord will help you become a better version of yourself so that you can then know how to relate and connect with your spouse. So if God, okay, I'm gonna stop right here. If the Lord left his word, and he has in the earth for us to read it, and again, going back to that technology, to hear it and to study and follow it, surely the word is your word is important to your spouse. So say the word, write the letter, send the text, do whatever you need to do to make sure that the message of love is given to your spouse. For the full unedited version of the podcast, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $5 a month. With the membership, you will gain access to be able to ask questions during a live podcast. So click the link below to join now.